stupid fucking ending. What the hell? I didn't accomplish anything.
Well, you can't tell. We're extremely happy over this
Stupid.
pay-per-view. If anyone can
This
tell or not.
pay-per-view, it's stupid.
I don't know if anyone can tell.
Dude, Raw was just terrible. The Raw's just terrible. I'm done with Raw. I'm so done.
The only thing to
SmackDown
take
shows.
back from this, the only thing to take out of this pay-per-view
Is that
New
Sami
Day
Zayn
finally
lasted
gave
10 minutes
No, shut up.
with Braun
Shut up.
Strowman.
It's that the New Day finally dropped the damn titles. That's the only thing. They're finally done. Cesaro and Sheamus finally have it, and now that's done. Everything else is stupid.
But to a team that really didn't deserve it. I mean, in my opinion. I mean, like, how many times did they have to face New Day? Almost as much as the club.
Doesn't matter. They finally did it. Oh well, it's finally over. New Day's done with the titles. That's all that matters.
That was boring.
The entire pay-per-view was boring.
I
Nothing was
fell
good
asleep
about
on
it.
the couch.
Even the Iron Woman match wasn't even that good. And then you ended with fucking Charlotte winning?
Ironically,
Why?
that's what I fell
Why
asleep
Charlotte?
I have a feeling it's because of her nose.
What news?
The nose. Her nose was bleeding like crazy.
So what? Yeah, because Charlotte fucked up.
Juan
That's why.
asks, do we think that he'll get a rematch? Of course, it's Superman. Yes, he'll
Eventually.
get a rematch.
Yeah, one it's Roman Reigns, and two because of disqualification. He'll get a rematch and then lose again. It's irrelevant.
You're saying-
Kevin Owens is not going to drop the title. I'm telling you, y'all are stupid for predicting that. Kevin Owens will not drop the title anytime soon.
You can
It's not
never
gonna-
bet against Superman.
Not unless you back.
I did tonight, and I won. So fuck you,
By
Superman.
disqualification.
He still won. Kevin Owens won the match.
This is true.
Kevin Owens was the one disqualified because Chris Jericho code-breakered him. That's what people are not understanding.
No, it's the
Kevin
other
Owens
way
won by
around, Kyle.
disqualification and in championship.
Kyle, the other way around.
What? What do you mean?
Roman
Kevin
Reigns
Owens won.
disqualified.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Roman Reigns
That's what I'm saying.
disqualified. Kevin Owens won.
Juan said, "Fuck
Kevin
off,
Owens
you
won
can't."
in both ways.
Look,
He won by disqualification
I'll
and
be
kept his
honest with
title.
you. I am dead tired. After that, I am dead tired. One, I didn't get a lot
was
of
such
sleep,
a-
and two, it's just, man, you can ask Chris. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get hyped during this. That way, I can stay awake, and
We were planning on jumping up and yelling and screaming, and I fell asleep like 3 times.
and then the tag team.
Dude,
match,
yelling and screaming about
just the pay-per-view, because we were just gonna try to overreact and stuff. But of course,
there's nothing over.
and of course, during the pay-per-view, the only thing to cheer for, well, was the tag team match, which that was a good match. But then you turn around, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
snap time.
Everything's predictable.
Like,
Everything
that
is predictable except the fucking women's match. That's the only thing.
That was awful, straight
Apparently.
awful. And to be completely honest with you,
They didn't do anything crazy. It wasn't anything special. But go on, yeah, sorry.
I have someone on Twitter I follow. His name's Jake DeMarco. Him and I go back and forth sometimes. And he said that watch Sasha get a rematch. And to be completely honest with you, it would not surprise me if that did happen.
That's the
I don't know.
second
They said
time,
end of
though.
the line.
No, well, come on,
I mean, Sasha.
Kyle.
Yeah, Sasha.
Let's be frank. The last
I wanna be
time
frank,
Sasha
Chris.
competed for the championship and won,
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, this is it. This is the last match these two are ever gonna have." And then what happened at Roadblock? We had this match. Oh, well, it's the last one these two are gonna have. This
This
is
month.
the end of the
Last one for the week. Next week.
The
it's
thing
the
that I don't
of the
get-
week.
What? Yeah, exactly. The thing that I don't get though is that they made the whole pay-per-view end of the line. One big reason it's called end of the line is to end this feud that's been going on for a long time. The perfect way to end it is to give Sasha her pay-per-view win, end Charlotte's undefeated pay-per-view streak, and then also like Sasha keeping the title. There would be no rematch clause. It's the perfect way to end it. Nope, we're gonna throw a complete 180 and have Charlotte win and just throw everything that's logical out the fucking world. It's fine. Who cares, right?
Yeah, here's
I
what.
don't understand it.
And here's what's
There's no
sad.
reason Charlotte should.
Here's what's sad. I'm over here thinking. I'm over here and said that the women's match had the potential, if not was, going to be the match of the night. Well, I was wrong.
It wasn't.
Like, the only good match that I could say that I enjoyed was a tag team match. Well, that and the fact that Neville turned heel.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was good. That was a good. heel turn.
That was the highlight of the night. Forget everything else. That was the highlight. That was
That was a
great.
good heel turn.
I want to see Neville in the cruiserweight division, and him turning heel is great. He needs that attitude, and now he has it. And now he's going to be cruiserweight champion.
That was.
He's taking from Rich Swann. I'm talking. He's taking it. Give him his damn title.
Sorry,
Yeah! Oh, sorry, I'm reacting to the Dallas game that I don't give a shit about.
my heart dropped. Oh, a big throw almost happened.
What is this? Is the game not over yet, dude? God
No, it's
damn,
not. I
it's
think they're just like butt fucking each other in the ass for the last couple points.
Well,
there's like nothing we could sit here and talk about. Like normally our after shows or post show, whatever you want to call them, are like a half hour to an hour long. This one, I don't know what the hell you were talking about.
That
Just
is-
the pay per
I
view
mean,
wasn't good. The matches
like,
were predictable.
there's nothing got answered. Like I'm over here saying, this is a very important pay per view. This will open up the Royal Rumble and stuff. Well,
Nothing happened for the Royal Rumble.
Nothing
at
happened
all.
for anything. This was like
Except
this was
for-
like a
That's
Raw.
not
This
true,
was
there
like
was a
except
commercial
for-
it.
Except for Strowman, there's going to be another match
you remember
between
the
those
Rumble.
two. Now that he can last 10 minutes, he can actually beat Braun Strowman.
yeah, joy.
we
You
had
know,
we
there we
had
go,
a
man.
Rocky Balboa moment a Rocky 4 moment where Rocky could have thrown in the towel, but he didn't, and let Apollo Creed die. But instead, Sami Zayn won.
That was stupid. Here's what I was expecting from this match. Like, if they were going to have it end that way, I would have expected Sami Zayn to get his ass kicked and then, have him kick out a few times and really, make Braun Strowman upset and then, win sort of like that. But no, like Braun Strowman was just beating him up for, 10 minutes and purposely pulling him out of the pin. I'm like, I just don't see any satisfaction in this match. They're like, oh, well, Sami Zayn's got to feel good. He lasted 10 minutes. No, he doesn't. He only lasted 10 minutes because of, 30 seconds of luck.
He only lasted 10 minutes because Mick pulled him out of the ring for 3.5 minutes.
You're going to have to get closer.
That was just disappointing. It just didn't solve anything.
I don't bite.
Yeah, you did earlier.
And Braun's thing too. And Braun's thing too is that he even said, "Oh, Sami Zayn can't last 2 minutes with me, dude. You let him last like 8 by just picking him up and not pinning him. So what?
He could have pinned him like 3 times.
Dude, live up to what you say, man. What the? I don't understand anything going on.
The only good thing that came out of that was Sami
My smoke
Zayn.
breaks.
Was Sami Zayn selling everything? He sold it all.
Oh, of course, dude. He's great. They don't give him enough damn credit.
I think we should just have
At
a
all.
5-minute segment where we just hear Kyle rage about the pay-per-view.
That would like cover the whole
Dude, I could easily do it, but if this shit like this, I could easily do it.
Well, let's hear it. Go
It's
for
not
it.
hard.
Let's hear it.
There's not much to fucking say. Like the entire start to finish. We had the pre-show match. I didn't even watch, to be honest. But looking at it, it ended fucking stupid. You guys are right about that. Rusev would win. I thought Big Cass maybe, but no. We just had fucking Lana cause extraction.
Oh, it's
bullshit.
okay.
Started
It's all right.
announcement to be made. The pre-show's
We're
gonna
gonna-
have a rematch on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that's...
Woo.
Joy. And the same thing will happen.
Woo.
And then tag team match. Yeah, that was a good match. And we finally saw the New Day drop. That was the best part about the night. Every other thing was pretty much shit, except Neville turning heel. Everything else was pretty much stupid, predictable, pointless to even happen. I don't understand it. The women's match is the big deal. The women's match is the biggest issue of the entire night of why Charlotte still has the belt. Why can't Sasha get the chance? Why can't Sasha get her fucking pay-per-view moment? She's gotten screwed out of a pay-per-view moment since WrestleMania.
Well, that has something to do with Vince. Vince does not like Sasha Banks. Does not at all. She thinks she's injury prone. Doesn't think that she's the right fit for the company. That has everything to do with Vince and creative.
I want you
Then
guys
don't
to
put
think
her
two
in this
things.
long-ass feud with Sasha playing hot potato with the titles.
Here's two
Don't do
things.
that.
Sasha's
All
two-
it is to build up Charlotte. all
Sasha's
it's doing.
two moments.
She doesn't need.
2 moments for her for her pay-per-view. Her 2 pay-per-view moments are her walking out after Charlotte won, and when Bayley came out and her and Bayley tagged together.
Exactly, but she has not had her legitimate individual pay-per-view moment. Apparently, they're never going to give it to her. They're just going to keep pushing fucking Charlotte to the stars and not give everybody else a chance. That's what they're doing. Nobody else is getting a chance at all. It's like Charlotte just owns the women's division, and everybody else is like her subjects. Like there's no other there's no real number
you
2 in the
understand.
division, in my opinion. I mean, yeah. Still.
You understand what they're doing with her, right? Like at this point, it should be clear to everyone. Like they're gonna get
What?
what they're trying to do is they're trying to put her on the fast track to having her own women's record like her father. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, I can
That's why they're
understand that,
playing
but they're
Happy
doing
Feet.
it like unorganically though.
She's
It's not
already
organic.
she already has. I think I want to say Trish Stratus was 6 or 7 time champion, and she already has 4. So
I,
she's 4. So she's tied with Trish Stratus.
I'll
You know.
say this. I don't think Charlotte's heat is organic. The only thing organic about that about everything is the fact that it lasted as long as it did. That's the only reason it didn't. It's not organic right now. Now, if this would have been maybe the second or third match, we could possibly say, okay, this is still organic and this is the end. But since it's not, then it's we're at number 6. It's like okay, like
Didn't expect the
the
number
30-minute
7.
Iron Man match or Iron Woman match, whatever you're wanting to call it, it's cool, but at the same time, you're like, eh. Like,
Well, it pales in comparison to Bailey and Sasha,
Oh, easily.
which is what they try to recreate there. And I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. They made a mistake.
the best thing about that entire match was when her nose got busted.
Yeah, which is the scary part, you know.
Yeah, for Andrew, everyone broke their nose.
Oh yeah, I got nervous that I thought Braun Strowman broke his nose because
broke
I don't
his
know
nose?
what it was, dude. I don't know what it was about the camera angle. It looked like his nose was like a corkscrew. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck happened to his nose?
Pretty sure Roman broke his nose.
Jericho's nose looked pretty screwed up.
Oh, you better put him on the list then. He broke my nose.
This pay-per-view should be put on the
Like, I'm
list.
serious. I'm trying to sit down and think of just what to bring up. Like this is usually never that difficult, but what do we bring up here?
I don't know. My highlight of the night was the 2 cigarettes that I took a break to go out and smoke. So I mean.
Well, I mean, obviously there's something going on with Seth and Roman working together, probably trying to clean house and isolate Kevin Owens.
Dude, like it reminds me of last year's Fastlane. In fact, that was god awful, and I don't know, man. Like this is pathetic.
Well, it's Raw. I told you, man. I told you from the beginning. You're like, we're gonna say it, and I know we shouldn't say it, but we're gonna say it anyway. This has the potential to be the best pay-per-view on the card. Like, no. Every time you even suggest it, even suggest anything of the sort, anytime you say this has the potential to be a good pay-per-view, you jinx it. You always jinx it, man.
You say the same thing, so don't put all the blame on me.
I know. That's why I refuse to say it for a Raw pay-per-view, man. I refuse.
At this point,
dude, I'm telling you, watch. Y'all gonna say it for the Royal Rumble, and the Rumble's gonna turn and be shit. Watch this. Somehow it's gonna turn to be shit.
I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't enjoyed a Royal Rumble match since I want to say like 2001, 2002.
How dare you?
Dude, you're
I just haven't.
I enjoyed last year because of AJ Styles.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I enjoy every single one, dude.
I just didn't.
It's just a Rumble. Everyone is cool in it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, last year AJ Styles debuting, not the fanboy, but still, it's just cool that him, like basically the king of the Indies, came here finally.
Yeah, Bella, we know Sasha's nose got messed up. I mean, like I said, man, the highlight of the night, 100% is the tag team match and Neville turning heel. That's like the only thing I can actually say that I can say I enjoyed.
That was a big surprise, though, Neville turning heel, though.
Not even just Neville turning heel, though. It's that he's finally in the cruiserweight. He's finally back in the cruiserweight division. Like, it's perfect for him. He's going to be an amazing add to the cruiserweight division, and I'm glad to see him there. I've wanted him to have some kind of spotlight. Now here's finally where he gets a spotlight, because he kind of got overshadowed because he's more of like a faster, kind of lighter guy, and it's hard to like make that work into, I guess, a normal division, you could say. But cruiserweight's perfect for the guy, and he better get a title like soon.
Well, it was needed. It was needed. We needed somebody to be heel other than Brian Kendrick. Because he was the only, like...
I mean, you got Drew Gulak.
Ready to go heel. Ready to go heel, though, was Brian Kendrick. And you could say that about Adrian Neville, that he's the ready to go heel. He's the guy, a believable heel.
Yeah, I mean, it's also sad that after the Cruiserweight match, you hear, "Thank you, Neville." Like, this just shows how bad tonight was. And Pittsburgh is usually a good crowd. And, I mean,
Yeah.
they just didn't have anything to cheer for.
Well, they were just upset because Rich Swann won the championship. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I'm not excited about Rich Swann either. I'm not sold on Rich Swann. I've said it a few times already. It's just I don't know what it is about Rich Swann. He just doesn't get me entertained.
I'm just glad I got Roman Reigns wrong. I'm glad I got it wrong.
I'm not.
I'm glad I
was
got it
actually
right.
kinda hoping.
Of course you are, but never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Zack
It's
Ryder
not. I'm
wins.
telling you, dude. I'm
Where-
telling you
where
right now.
are-
Kevin Owens will not drop the title for a while.
Where's our number one Roman Reigns fan? I mean, I thought he'd be like upset.
Juan's been here. By the way, the Dallas Cowboys won. Juan's been here.
Yay. See, thank you. See, Cindy says that even though she couldn't be on the show with us, she said that Roman should have won.
She's crazy.
No,
Yeah,
he
she's
shouldn't.
crazy about me,
No,
though.
he shouldn't.
No, she's crazy.
There's no reason for Roman to win. He's doing fine with one title. That's why I even say
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
hope to God you
hate
did
double
not just
champions.
say
I hate it.
As-
That's
Roman's doing
double
fine
duty.
with one title.
As
Yeah,
a
he did.
wise
No,
man
I'm saying it's
said,
fine with one title. No, my thing, I hate double champions because it's double duty. I hate that. It's double duty. It's double the feuds on one person. I hate double champions, and I'm glad that Roman's not doing it.
But you know
sucks.
what?
No.
You know what though? As a wise man once said, anyone but you, Roman.
I do agree. This pay-per-view kind of makes it really hard to have anything to talk about because there wasn't anything really talk-worthy. It was just kind of lackluster.
The two things that we talked about.
I'm trying to think of the matches.
We've already talked about.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I was dozing on
I'm trying to think
the
of
couch
the
the whole time.
I mean, the only thing that we can possibly do is talk about what's happening in the future. But then again, like I said before, there's nothing here to talk about because we don't know.
Yeah, and they didn't open up any different storylines or make anything different.
The only thing that I can see.
I want
continuing-
everyone's predictions for the Royal Rumble now. Predict your winners. Go. I want them now.
Stone Cold comes back. And
No,
wins it.
fuck you.
Or Matt Hardy.
Finn Balor wins. Oh my god! Wait, actually no. Did you hear in one of the matches where people were actually saying delete, delete, delete? Did you hear that? Please, somebody heard that. I saw people were doing it. And I heard delete, delete, delete. People were doing like the whole arm thing too. Somebody had to have seen that.
I didn't.
Go back and rewatch.
I saw
it.
that, and I was doing it. I
Yeah.
was delete, and Chris looked at me. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, dude, I was so happy. Oh my
so
god, I
sure.
was so happy.
I don't
I'm
care.
calling her crazy.
Is she here?
That was great.
No, but you still.
She's crazy.
Oh, you hear that, babe? He's calling you crazy. She ain't
It's
here
great.
to defend herself.
Delete, man.
Sure.
Delete. Delete. Delete.
Delete, delete, delete. That's great.
You know what I wish I could do with that pay-per-view? Delete.
Delete it.
What?
Is she saying Gallagher?
Wait, isn't there a SmackDown pay-per-view coming up though? What's the next one coming up?
Royal Rumble.
No, isn't there a SmackDown one?
No,
Pretty sure it's where-
the next paper. No, that already happened. That was TLC. That happened in the beginning of December. So like we literally have over a month for both brands to build the story.
They need to do something.
So I mean, we
Man.
saw what SmackDown did with I want to say TLC. Yeah, TLC after Survivor Series because they had more than a month and
And TLC wasn't that great either.
TLC. No, see, you're the only person I know
was,
that says the TLC, and I'm
it
not
was
hating.
good.
I'm
I
not
just
hating.
didn't think it was.
He's crazy.
Oh.
I'm not saying that it was the greatest pay-per-view of all time, but it was a solid pay-per-view. You were invested.
Well, not really, actually.
The only thing I was not invested in was the chairs match.
Yeah. And see, I actually dug the chairs match.
Chris is literally the opposite of everyone. I swear.
I'm the old
He's
guard, dude.
anything
I'm like
we
old
say.
school.
He's
We're
the
over here.
opposite.
Kevin Owens is going to win the
I
ladder
don't
match at WrestleMania.
understand.
Yeah, I think Zack Ryder's going to win it. What?
Hey,
Fucking
Screw you.
joking.
Well, it's just where SmackDown's going. The only thing we don't know about SmackDown right now is what's going on with the tag team picture. What's going on with Zack Ryder? Is Zack Ryder going to be okay? Is he
Zack
like,
Ryder's out for 6 months. The reconstructive knee surgery went well, but he's out for at least 6 months.
Okay, so yeah, we still don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to have
Are they gonna
another
do anything
tag
with Mojo
team
or what?
tournament, or are we going to do what?
There's Mojo. The only reason Mojo's on the main roster is for the Hype Bros. Mojo's been he can't do anything
Literally
by
the
himself
owners.
because they were really close to releasing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame too because you saw that in Mojo's face when he went over to check on Zack Ryder at the end of that segment. Like he knows, man. Without Zack Ryder, man, his career is
So I'm
going.
reading some of the Inquisitor stuff to see if there's anything coming out. And one of the things I see is Samoa Joe will make his debut at WWE Roadblock.
Right.
Yeah,
That happened.
I honestly think he should be on SmackDown. I don't think he should
Okay,
be.
no. Let's talk.
Raw.
Let's talk this because this is something we can talk about to keep the show going. And this is something. This is some.
I'm out. Peace out. Bye.
Now this is something I actually have been wanting to talk about. Now, when it comes to talent, Mickie James has already been announced that she has been signed with the WWE. More than likely
SmackDown.
going to be a main roster. Samoa Joe is going to be coming up soon. What roster needs help? SmackDown. Because,
Absolutely.
like you can like the next little bit for SmackDown for the main title, you can look at and tell what's going to happen. But when it comes to the IC title, we're kind of like, okay, what's going to happen here? Like, there's nobody
Right.
else to fill these shoes. I mean, we literally had a flip-flop. We literally had Dean Ambrose go from the main title to the IC title, Dolph Ziggler go to the IC title to the main title, which this is my thing. I'm a competitor. So I do not think for someone that cannot beat The Miz, has only beaten The Miz one time for the IC title to turn around and say, "Hey, you're up for the main title." Like I don't understand that. I don't like that.
You want to know what it is? It's that they don't have anybody else to put in the place. So they have to be like, okay, we got to go bottom of the barrel and throw in. Who can we throw in? Let's pick names from a hat. We get Dolph Ziggler, throw him in the match because they don't have anybody to throw in. They have nobody. They have no main faces to go up against him.
I'm curious
That's
why
why
they're
it's like, okay,
saving
that's fine.
Undertaker. Well, they haven't played Undertaker yet.
He's the
You know.
Brock Lesnar of SmackDown.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but you know, like
But he said you didn't want to do that though.
to
That's a weird thing.
to make a statement that you're back and that you're not going to let WrestleMania define you. You know,
Exactly.
like that's making the assumption you're going to return for a few months. If not, like you don't have to be regular, but we're going to see you a little bit, you know, going forward. Not, you know, hey, I'm just going to show up for the special episode and then disappear again. That's not what was implied. So it's kind of like if Undertaker's healthy and ready to go, which I've seen reports that he is, why are they holding him off? That's what I want to know. I thought he would have, you know, made an appearance right after TLC.
I think they're not protecting, but I think they're waiting for the Royal Rumble to do anything.
This is very
Which is
good
annoying because we just need shit to go on now. There's no reason Dolph should be in the main event picture, like you said, Blake. I don't like it at all. I don't want to see the match. I don't want to see the feud. I don't want to see the promos. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Well, hold on. For the Fatal 4-Way, we had 4 options. One of them I would have been totally okay with. I would have been okay with The Miz, but obviously you can't have heel versus heel. So you had The Miz, you had Luke Harper, which was a complete toss-up, right? Dolph Ziggler and Ambrose. Well, if you are a wrestling promoter at this point, right? Out of those 4 guys, if you don't want to have a heel versus heel match, you're obviously going to eliminate the 2 heels. So you know that either Dean Ambrose or Dolph Ziggler are going to win that match. Are you going to go with Dolph Ziggler, who hasn't faced AJ Styles one-on-one, or are you going to go with Dean Ambrose, who has faced him like 7 times? You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, yeah, you're going to go with
Throw
Dolph.
Dolph Ziggler in there for, you know, a throwaway pay-per-view just to bide your time for a better feud to come along like Cena or Undertaker. I don't know. I mean, it was an obvious decision. Yes, it's not something that should be there after what has happened to Dolph Ziggler, but it was just like, all right, well, these are the 4 guys that are going to go for the championship. This is the only one who's really viable.
It's a waste of TV time. I get why they're doing it. I understand. I agree with you completely, Andrew. It's just a waste of TV time to even have this feud happening. It's It's literally a waste of TV time.
It'll be good.
There's no reason for it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm at a point now where it's like, what else is there to talk about unless we just completely go away from Roadblock, you know?
I have no problem doing that, man. Honestly, I mean, there's other shit we can talk about. We can talk about like Raw, SmackDown, Royal Rumble predictions, what's gonna happen there. I don't fucking know. We can just do whatever. It's just like I want to go more on Roadblock, but it's just hard to, like we said. There's just not a whole lot we can go into detail about. Not a lot we can tell what the future's gonna be, what's gonna happen on Raw. After this, there's not much we can really say. So I don't know. Like, is Roman gonna get another shot?
Like
Is Chris Jericho gonna get a shot? I don't know.
Working with us.
Well, what about the whole,
No, I know.
you know, Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho feud? It's like we kind of saw them get back together. Like, is that a temporary thing, or is that like, we just, you know, we really were fighting. You know, I just sort of got back at Kevin Owens, but now it's okay because I forgive you because I got my shot in. You know, or is it like something, you know, that's hinting at like a possible feud down the road before Chris Jericho leaves? Because, you know, you got to think about it. You only got 3 more chances to pull that trigger on that feud.
Yeah, right. I mean, like I said, I don't know. There's so much that can happen, and we don't know. And I don't know, man. I went into this pay-per-view, and I knew that it wouldn't be great, but I thought, you know, something's gonna happen to where we're gonna know what the future's gonna hold. Now, you know, again, we're gonna get to a typical, okay, well, you know, the Monday Night Raw, what's gonna happen? Unfortunately, we have to watch 3 hours of it, and it's like,
You know what I just thought about? This is probably the last pay-per-view that I'm going to be doing with you here. Hopefully we'll be at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, get out.
I said we, like...
I don't know. Is there anything you guys are wanting to say before sign off here?
Not really.
it was that great of an event that we're just like, yeah, okay, we're done.
Pretty much, man. There's not much we could say about it. We've said everything is just like a low-grade pay-per-view, not good. There's only a couple of things that really came out of it that were good.
What about you, Andrew?
I don't know. I'm speechless by, like, the amount of awkwardness and annoyance this pay-per-view has brought upon me.
You know, we said we were going to have a pee break match. I didn't realize that the entire pay-per-view would be a pee break.
Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have my show, I would have went to sleep. Like, I just would have been, I'm just
If
gonna
we
go
didn't
sleep.
have this show, I would have already been home. Like, I would have taken off.
I would have went to bed.
It was really just that unexciting.
And I'll say this.
When do you ever hear me say that?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. For Chris saying that, you know it's bad.
Like, because I'm always like, no, look, it wasn't that bad. But I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Like, he thinks Survivor Series is a great pay-per-view, and I'm over here like, the only thing great that happened was the Raw versus SmackDown match, the men.
I thought Survivor Series was a good pay-per-view. Uh-oh, I'm going to open them up and another can of worms. I better shut up.
No, I'm
No, you're not. No, I mean, it wasn't the worst pay-per-view, but I mean, it wasn't that good. I just didn't live up to the hype. Like other pay-per-views that happen, they don't live up to the hype. You hype so much.
I mean, this and Fastlane 100% have the worst.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to expand on this, but I got to watch Survivor Series with my best friend in the entire world, so I enjoyed every second of it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna puke. And on that note, we're gonna sign off, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Kyle.
You know she's listening, so
sign
I
off of friendship.
So Kyle, since you're going to sign off, bud.
All right, well, bye.
All right,
well, bye.
That's my sign off.